Well, I done told you this is black shaming. All Black History Month is black shaming. This woman's 49 years old. The student is 17. Actually, to remind you, he's not only a student, he is also an inmate. He's a jailbird. Hey, let me tell you something. Everybody is talking about the woman. Oh, the woman took advantage of him. Listen. See, what they don't want to tell you is, let me tell you something. You guys know me. I was in the chain gang down in Georgia. You know what I'm saying? And my experience in the chain gang, do you know what the inmates, whether they be young or old, do you know what they do? Every inmate and every Negro in Georgia can vouch for me on this one. Every inmate, every Negro in Georgia that's been locked up in a chain gang can vouch for this one. When because the prison that I was in Washington State Prison. That's in Washington County. It's called Washington State Prison. It's in Washington County, Georgia. And everybody in Georgia, or whoever, them niggas in Georgia knows what I'm talking about. When whoever been in there, they know. Because that prison right there is like 98% females. All the guards is like 98%. The COs is like 98% females. And you have young men and old men. Every time the shift change, a new female come into the booth, you have young men and old men up at that booth trying to holler at the female officer. This is what Negroes do, whether they be young or old. They try to get into the females' hearts so that the females can bring stuff into the prison, or, you know what I'm saying? This is their ultimate goal. This is the Negro's ultimate goal when he's in the prison. Everybody in prison knows this. So I'm not blaming a woman. You got to understand, a woman is weak by nature. I don't care how strong that woman thinks she is. That woman is weak by nature. That's the reason why Satan went after Eve and not Adam. Because Satan knew that Adam wasn't going to fall for his garbage. Satan knew that Eve was going to fall. So as Satan went after the weaker vessel, which was the woman. The Negroes go after the weaker vessel, which is the woman. Pimps go after heartbroken and broken homed and single mamas, single women. That's what pimps go after, that are broken. You know what I'm saying? Satan go after broken women. And this woman probably was broke at the time. I'm not talking about broke as in money. I'm talking about broke as in spirit. And if you fits that woman's, you know what I'm saying? If you look like that woman's type, and all you have to do is spit your game, that woman is going to fall for it, because you caught her at her vulnerable moment. You caught her at a vulnerable moment. This is with any woman. Any woman, people. When you catch a woman at their vulnerable moment, when they're going through a relationship, when they're going through issues in life, and you know what I'm saying, got the ill game, and you spitting that ill game at them, they're going to fall for it. That's all that is. You know what I'm saying? So don't blame this woman. Blame the 17-year-old boy. Because a 17-year-old boy, he was a grown-ass man because he did what he did to get locked up, right? Exactly. He wasn't a child when he got locked up. He wasn't a child when he committed the crime, was he? Come on, people. You know what I'm saying? But this is black shaming. Black shaming. You know what I'm saying? I told you in the news all this month, Black History Month, you're going to see a lot of things that having to do with black shaming. This is a form of black shaming. Whether it's black shaming a man or it's black shaming a woman. Regardless of the fact, it's black shaming. See, I'm not blaming a woman. Because I know. You know what I'm saying? And if you was into this truth of the scriptures, you would know who's the weaker vessel. And you would know what Satan targets, the weaker vessel. If you was in these scriptures, you would know how to talk to a woman. I mean, come on, people. I'm looking at this and they putting this woman out to be the bad woman. You know what I'm saying? They saved this. They knew that she was messing with this boy. And they saved it up until now. So that they can put it out in a news story. So they can shame the black woman. They say, oh, this black woman's so desperate she had to get a child. This man is not a child. Because when I was 17 years old, I was doing grown up shit. And I'm pretty sure a lot of you 17-year-old boys is doing grown up shit. Tell me if I'm lying or not. Tell me if I'm lying or not, people. Tell me if I'm lying. A lot of you 17-year-old men to 17-year-old boys is doing grown up shit. You know what I'm saying? Same way a lot of, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, when you're in the chain gang, the ultimate goal for a black male is to bag a female CO. That's the ultimate goal. That's what they strive for. I've seen it happen with my own eyes. You know what I'm saying? How thirsty these young men are. They go up to the booth, you know what I'm saying, with their pants sagging, their uniform sagging, you know what I'm saying, talking, hey girl, whatever, you know what I'm saying? This is what they do. So I'm not, you know what I'm saying, I'm not blaming this woman. This woman was just a victim at a vulnerable time. Instead of taking advantage of the vulnerable woman, why don't you encourage and help the vulnerable woman overcome the vulnerable time that she's going through? See, that's the thing with us black men. We see a vulnerable woman who just got out of a relationship. The only thing we can think of is how to run game on them to try to get them in the bed. Instead of consoling them and helping them out and encouraging them through their vulnerable time. That's a weak man. This 17-year-old boy was a weak man. He was weak in the mind and he was weak to go after, you know what I'm saying, to see a woman in a vulnerable mind state and to take advantage of that. That's the way I see it. But anyway, this is news, people. I want to thank you all for tuning in and logging on to another episode of Illuminati News Hour right here on Illuminati Radio. I'm your host. I'm your pastor, Mr. Michael Smith. If you are new to this channel, please hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell so you'll be notified when I drop this juicy news. Hit that like button if you're enjoying this content. Also, if you want to join my exclusive Facebook Messenger group and learn how to console the black woman in her vulnerable mind, in her vulnerable time, get into class. Get into my Facebook Messenger group. Send me a friend request to PSTR Michael Smith on Facebook and I'll add you to the group. It's a damn shame they shaming this black woman because a no good Negro done took advantage of her at her vulnerable time in her life. That's what it was. Anyway, I'm out.
Yeah, you're tuning into the Talk Radio Show.